Tried to email it to him, and it's not sending, apparently.
Maybe too big. Alright. Let's get into it. What happened last time? Also, let it be known, I'm still fucking tired from being at a convention for 3 days, so I might be a bit under the weather.
Under the weather emotionally. There's the first one. Let's see.
Oh no! I bet there is.
Okay, so it starts with a couple of us going in different directions. Redane, because O was casually dying from a car accident, went to the stables, I think. Alessander went to check his mail. He went to go purchase mail from the mail store. Went to go check some mail. And then the rest of us went to meet Tertiana at the same fucking bistro. Which are all just like, oh god, it's gonna be cursed. It wasn't cursed. Well, depends on who you ask, I guess. While we were there...
Was it cursed?
While we were there, we met Tertiana. Who made the conversation a bit more private, as Silas kind of revealed that they didn't trust someone or someones in the group. Oriana knows the answer, though. Because I'm fucking nosy. Silas was then informed, hey, your family's missing. I was like, what? I was like, yeah. There was a lot more dramaticism in there. Yeah, basically Tertiana left Silas' hometown, came back, and everything was calm and fine and no one was freaking out. Just nobody knew where her family was anymore, or their family was. And there was a note with a flower. I can't remember exactly what flower it is right now.
Goldenrod?
Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was goldenrod.
Fuck.
And a note that said, you were warned, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From there, actually, there was one. I'm only mentioning this because it was kind of weird and we didn't do anything about it. We did see, as we were going up to going up to the bistro, I think Sajar saw like a kid that was like looking for someone, and then pointed out to the rest of us, and we promptly did nothing about it.
Yeah,
that's fun. I feel like there was more that happened at the bistro, but I think that's fairly condensed. We got kind of an idea of what Tertiana could do. Very, very small idea of just weird stuff. Left the bistro, started heading out, found a wanted board, for lack of a better term, with the picture of Shubin on it, and just like, oh no, that's not good. Crazy person somehow got out, and then then I started questioning, or we started questioning, I believe. Hey, how the fuck does he keep getting out? Like, he's usually surrounded by Slayers or Seekers, usually Slayers because they have shotguns. So it's like, how the fuck do they keep getting out? Yeah, it's definitely fine. Alessander, meanwhile, at the mail store with Alessander, he gets a letter back from one of his commanders. I can't remember if it was said what it was on the letter. I can't remember exactly. But he said,
it was deliberately kept secret.
Okay, that's what I figured. He then sent another letter back, just about as secretive.
Yep.
And then I think that's it. He just then kind of took his leave. Which his leave brought him to the Noble's Quarter to visit. I can't remember her name, but I have her doorman written down because his name was Duman.
I'll put it in the. Yeah, Dorman. Durman.
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 I'll put it in the game general.
Durman.
I used to
Durman,
know
the doorman
name,
of Dubros. Lord
There we go.
Soren. Or Soren?
Four.
Soylent?
Swaron.
Swaron.
Bingo. Swallow.
French. Train of thought. There we go. He ended up presenting Dulof's blade, and then she was just like, "Oh yeah, it's a magic blade." And then Alistair's like, "What the fuck do you mean it's magic?"
He was like, "I absolutely knew that.
Definitely.
That is not something you just changed now."
I totally did that with conscious knowledge. Meanwhile, Alec in the back says like, shit, the magic sword, I want it.
Well, no, because I can't. It's a great sword, so I can't use it really
Oh, fair.
to effectiveness anyway. But
Yeah.
so yeah, you basically like because I couldn't think of anything to do with it. Why don't you swing by the Garth-Mod Commons later tonight and also bring some tools so I can do shit to Imperador. So she will be meeting us later on this evening at the Garth-Mod Commons.
Somebody has a date.
Well, it's very clandestine and all about business, so no.
Yeah.
So a date.
All about business. What happened after that? Redain. Yes, Redain. I don't know. I can't remember if he sends a letter or sends a sending. I'm pretty sure it was a sending. But Redain contacts Chaplain. I can't. It's not too fair. What's too fair? Lambert's chaplain, or the guy above him. That strain.
It is too fair.
It is too fair. Okay, I thought that was like the one with the cool like knight sword.
That is Chaplain Dufek.
Oh, I'm fucking insane. Anyways, he
I think that
contacts
Chaplain
us.
Bellamy is the one that doesn't like you guys, but sort of likes you guys.
Right. Fuck. There. He basically sent him a thing saying officially Lambert didn't desert. He was like basically killed in combat. Just to have, I guess, some little bit of honor left him. What is this? Redain and Sajar talk about stuff, but I didn't write that down for some reason. I think my brain was starting to have a headache for fun. Redain and Sajar talk. I don't have written down what it was about. Sorry. What was it about?
Was that when Redain had done a sending to?
That was before it, I believe. When they were on their way. It was just explaining the situation.
Okay.
Wasn't it? Silence means I am right.
That's the best bet I got.
Moreover, pay attention at all times.
So everyone besides Sajar, Redain, and Alessander start heading off to find. I believe it was just basically just find different music stores. Amber takes off. Vaso and Zal take off. Amber is one group. Vaso and Zal is another. Kasai takes off. Amber tells Anushka what's happening, I think. Oriana inquires with Vaso about what's happening. He's like, Zal's not telling me, but I'm gonna go help my homie. And it's like, alright, sure. Shout if you need us. I don't think you will, though. Don't ask what's happening with Kasai. We go to a place called The Last Pick. They have very expensive musical instruments. We look at our harmonica that's magical and just deafens us immediately. Well, it deafens Anushka. Everyone else is fine. But Anushka's just sitting in the corner screaming. Which now explains why there's carpet everywhere, because very good soundproofing.
Horrendous design, though.
Yeah. We then go to another shop.
One with more affordable stuff.
Yeah. Nice fellow. Seems to be like
Forgetting the name
he seems
suddenly.
to
Has
be willing
something
to
to do with
bargain.
food
That's
in the
what I'm
name.
looking for. I think you guys buy a couple musical instruments. Oriana tries to see if they have her violin, it was pawned off, and it's like, no, it wasn't there. It's like, shit. To be fair, it wasn't really it had some use up, but I don't think it was a secondhand store kind of thing. That was me. I believe after that we come across the information that Benji stole something, or at least is being accused of stealing something, because the house he was staying at with his sister had some items taken that were not described, and Benji is not there. And since he has a track record of stealing shit, he's a fair scapegoat. Meanwhile, the rest of us are just sitting here like, oh no, what's happening? I think Sajar, yeah. While we're in the music store, Sajar and Redain talk about his past and his livelihood and his family, mostly because it's being brought up that oh, hey, someone's family disappeared. How's my family doing? I think at that point, Sajar talks to his mother. Is that it? Or am I crazy?
Yeah, they've been doing that on the walk to the store, if I remember
Right.
correctly.
Yeah.
Which was a fairly long conversation in whispers. We're all just kind of sitting there like, oh, they've been in there for a while. Damn, what's happening?
There was a lot to say.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
It's one of those times where you call your parents and it's gonna be like a 5-minute conversation, then it's like an hour. And it's like, oh, okay, I gotta go. I love you, but I gotta go.
God, I can relate to that. And then after the music store, didn't Silas do the same thing?
Yep.
Yep.
Except Silas stabbed Redane. Well,
yeah,
I
that
missed,
happened.
and then Redane.
Made it not miss. And we drew a massive crowd very quickly, and it's just like, Dane's gotta talk to him and fix the problem, it's not a big deal. And then, well, that kind of happens. Renee had to talk to him, and gets him not to arrest us on the spot at the very least. There's probably a file about us now, about all the different things that we've done
As if
recently.
it wasn't already.
And then attached to that file is C-Seeker/Slayer file, and they're like, this is immediately above my pay grade, I don't care. Alisander goes to visit Delvit and gets stopped by...
Seeker Blake.
Well, yeah, Seeker Blake, but I was trying to think of the orphanage headmistress.
Oh, headmistress.
Aventina?
Aventina. Yep.
Yeah.
There we go. I was going to say that, but too scared.
Fair. Yeah, he's stopped by Blake, and they discuss some happenings that are happening around the orphanage and just the cradle in general. As going to visit Delvit, he is also informed of, I believe, Benji's situation from Aventina. I think that's what she was talking about.
She was asking about Benji, like if I had seen,
If you've seen
him at all, and I was like, "Fuck off, old hag." No, he didn't say that. He
Yeah,
just,
kind of, but I
no
don't
idea.
give a damn.
And yeah, there are also a bunch of Seekers and Slayers around because oh god, what's his name? Shubin. Shubin had escaped, and it was all kind of they're all befuddled by that because it seemed as though he had like just walked out. I don't think anyone was actually harmed. Is that right, Crash?
Correct.
Yeah,
he
no one was
just
actually
wasn't
harmed in
there.
the escape, but he was being watched by a Slayer personally, which it's confusing everyone how he was able to just escape, walk out without the Slayer stopping him. So foul play is of course involved. And Secret Blake himself said that the Slayer was on the up and up, so it didn't seem like the Slayer would just let him go. I don't think there's a single Slayer in the core that would just let a suspect like that go.
Yeah, like
They're
even
not
amidst
the
it's
most
just like I know the
sympathetic
Secret
bunch.
Slayers have a thing, but I know what they
Mhm.
could do. This is sums up. Sorry,
yeah,
I
just
shouldn't
to-
have interrupted.
No, it's fine. If anything, I interrupted you. But just to wrap things up, yeah, Alexander had gone up, spoken to Delvit, told him,
Delvit.
yeah, he said, hey, I originally came here for my medal, but you know what? You keep it. You hold on to that for me. Give it back to me when you get better. How about that? And then they kind of made a pact that when or if Delvit gets better, then he will Alexander will take him under his wing.
Sarah was very adamant about not when, or not if, but when.
Mhm.
I just realized the role for Rickard was in the chat before I got purged, so goddamn it.
He rolled a 32.
Yeah, it was obscene.
That was after rolling like a 9 and then having a bunch of other stuff stacked on top of it.
Mhm.
Just good.
Delvit also shared with Alexander, who then passed it on to Secret Blake, that he had felt something off last night, the night that Shubin escaped. I can't remember what the feeling described was.
Death approaching?
Like death approaching. Sure.
I think it was something akin to when the Voidix stuff was happening.
Mhm.
Yeah.
A few
Something that
years
got
back.
his hackles up.
Years.
And he
What
couldn't
sort of struggle?
quite articulate it, and Alexander didn't know the questions to ask to get him to articulate it, so he passed it on to a seeker, which is this is his area of expertise, I feel like. Yeah. Oh, and just because I want to toot my own horn here, Alessandra was able to sort of intimidate Secret Blake into being more respectful of the young man who's been through a lot. Maybe not as much as a Seeker, but, you know, in his own way.
Enough for a guy who can't leave his room.
For a guy that can't leave
Wait,
his room, he's
you
been
know.
through a lot.
Different styles of life.
Oh, yeah. And there's also those clouds fast approaching. That mist.
Oh yes, the storm.
It's crazy.
Just ominously
Not ominous
on the
at all.
outskirts.
Yeah, I'll
I mean,
be-
kind of scenic, but other than that,
Anything else?
think
No,
currently-
Oh yeah,
let's
our
talk.
sending spells might be surveilled.
Yeah.
What? That's crazy.
what? Like survey? Like
Like
somebody's
someone's
listening in?
spying
Yes.
on our bullshit.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
They have a
That's
wiretap
crazy.
on our magical sending,
That's-
which makes
that's-
sense in the world.
That's crazy.
You guys are being
Mm.
paranoid.
Yeah, you guys are being Alex, right? You guys are being so paranoid.
You should
Right.
sending every single update you have about the mission, all at the same time.
Oh, I'm just gonna start sending like all my messages in a bottle now.
I feel like that's
You just
one of the
throw it out your
ways.
window really hard.
Yeah, I mean, it'll get there eventually, right?
You gotta only go through how many other people first.
They're
I'll
just
get there.
checking the mail to make sure there's not a bomb in there or something. It's fine. They're being
Just start like using setting and saying like, "Oh, I'm schizophrenic and have a gun," and see if anything happens.
just immediately taken down.
What am I
Alrighty.
I'm schizophrenic and have a gun.
Let's get into it then. Let me just change the music. Let's see. So, we pick up basically right where we left off. So Alessander is leaving the cradle at current.
And sprinting over to a tailor.
Sprinting over to a tailor. He's just like, God damn it, time's running out. Sunset's approaching. I need to get new duds.
Gotta
That
survive.
That's verbatim what I said on my list. Buy new duds, yeah.
Yeah.
And we don't have to roleplay any of that, please, for the love of God, don't make me roleplay buying clothes.
Don't
Make
worry,
him
you
roleplay
buy your
buying
clothes. You buy your clothes.
Not.
Uh,
He doesn't just buy
I will
clothes.
say roll persuasion at the very least. We'll just see if we could barter down a bit.
500
Okay.
gold.
Holy shit!
Holy
Okay.
Christ!
All right.
Oh,
So,
nice.
A casual 31.
5 gold.
You know what? It's on the house.
Here's your clothes, sir, and the 5 gold I owe you.
Here's your change.
let me just add that to the list of crits. You're at
Mhm.
5 to 11 right now. So, here's what happens. And don't worry, we're not going to roleplay it. Here's what happens. You're on your way. You're hurriedly going to the market quarter, the merchant district, however you want to determine it. And as you're hurriedly walking, you do end up crossing the street, and a carriage nearly hits you. A carriage nearly hits you.
Whoa! Watch where you.
The carriage
walking
driver
behind
is aghast, mortified, and the person riding in the carriage inquires upon what the fuck is happening, what happened, why are we stopping? Opens up, it's a merchant, and he sees that you're laid down in dirt and muck, having nearly been hit by his carriage driver.
Oh.
And in an attempt to mend relations and or bribe you into not telling the guards, you get your clothes for free.
I am the luckiest man alive.
Yay!
So that's what nat 20 persuasion gets you.
He just like he smirks and like points up at the sky, like wagging his finger at the gods, like, "Oh, you guys, always in my corner."
Jared Kane comes down in human form, does finger guns at you, and then teleports away.
Bang bang.
So yeah, that's your clothes situation. Quick, clean, and sorted. Well, maybe not
Thank you very
clean.
much.
You didn't almost get hit by a carriage. The rest of you, what plans do you have? I believe you guys are wrapping up towards Muzak shop.
Yeah, just heading for the inn, I guess.
Back to the Colonite Commons.
Yeah, I got some planning to do.
I think Oriana should like split off and go update Travis on the how the mission went and how she's not dead. I don't know if that needs to be anything. It could just be fucking she goes there and tells him what's up.
Well, you're gonna need to hear his side of things as well.
Uh-huh.
That being said, that can happen to the Colonel Commons. You did see him last night there.
Oh, okay, fair.
So you two head to the Colonel Commons. What about the rest of ye?
Yay.
Silence.
Alexander, after getting us close, we'll go back to the Colon Commons. I imagine I'll be among the last to get there, though.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'll go back
Yeah,
as well, see what shenanigans they've cooked up.
Yeah, unless because I was walking with Redain, unless he's got something brewing, I'm gonna head over to Colin.
I don't know.
No, I don't think Dee has much she wants to do. She's just gonna go back.
Roger that. So you all make your way back to the Colonnade Commons in various times. Again, Alexander's probably gonna be the last one. And you guys head on back. And as you guys are walking back, Oriana, you feel a hand on your shoulder. You turn to see who it is, and it's Travis, who has a chipper smile on his face. Late night?
You could say that. I'd say I'm surprised that you could actually sneak up on me, but also I know that I'm not.
I mean, we're walking in a crowd of people. I'm not really sneaking up on you. Social subterfuge. What happened to you guys last night? Heard about the guards.
A group of people jumped us. Took a handful of us down immediately. Yeah. Garth's brain is turning back on. Hold on, give him a sec.
The rest of you guys are here for this, by the way. You guys can't hear this. This isn't a private conversation.
Yeah. Ended up grabbing.
I wasn't entirely
Deeds.
sure.
Just kind
Grab
of
my pen.
waves at him. So we had to go find Deet, which was
Ah,
a blast.
kidnapping an elf. What a waste of time.
Fuck's
And then
that
along with
supposed
that,
to
they
be?
tried to steal
I
Lucius'
do
gun
not
and then
get it.
successfully stole our bag.
Self-Wallians are notorious racists against elves.
Oh.
Amongst many other races, I assure you, but elves and fairies are at the very top of that list. That's why it's called Self-Wall. You, in the same way that you don't want to be a tiefling or something in the Twins, you don't want to be an elf in Self-Wall.
Plus, you don't want to be, and you're not allowed to be. I don't think like half elves are like accepted. It's like no, you're still no.
So, yeah, I assume you bring him up to speed.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say more.
Oh
Is that
no.
what I was doing?
Well, I was going to, and then it was just given the option of just like, oh yeah, you just do the thing. It's like, all right, cool.
Well, you said that's all I was doing, so I wanted to let you continue.
No, she'll just bring him up to speed. It's fine.
Very well, then. You catch him up on the night's events. Do you hold any information back?
No.
He gets a bit of a dour look on his face when you describe your conversation with Scavola. Leave it to her. To muddy words and intents. Even now. That bag of yours, though. He taps his finger as you guys are walking up the slope to the Colonnade Commons. If there's stuff in there that she wants, I'm sure the higher-ups would be curious as to what that stuff is. Do you have any idea?
I didn't know there was stuff in there until last night, so no. I don't know how she would get anything in there. Well, probably when I wasn't paying attention. That's how.
Probably. Alright, well, that... He rubs his back of his neck awkwardly. Puts a bit of a strain on the stuff I was about to tell you, then. Come on, let's go grab a table. A booth. He gestures for you guys to come with him to the gastropub.
Always going to the gastropub.
I mean, it's an eating establishment that's built into the inn, so... Plenty of those in San Diego, let me tell you. So...
I should look up what this looks like. Oh, one of these spots.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are nice.
So you guys head over and grab a booth, and he orders just like a scotch. Something hard, even though it's like only, I want to say, 3 o'clock. Alright. So... As middling news. Good mixing with bad. The good news is, as you can tell from me talking to you, I wasn't given orders to just nab you. Or worse. So that's the good news. He takes a step. The bad news. They are very pushing for something. Some ongoing commitment. Some guard or guardian. Ward sentry on you. Something. Alright, the case of you just walking around freely, he shakes his head. They're not gonna buy into that. You have anything to kick over their way? And before you say it can't be me, I have other shit to do.
I'm not particularly.
Alright, then you really only have one option. You gotta come back with me to Sofwell. He looks across the entire group. You can't bring them, as you can imagine.
Who's there right now?
Everyone but you.
Okay.
The conversation
but you
is
and the
currently
NPCs.
not available. Ugh.
I guess I also pipe up and be like, so they want someone to watch over her? Is like,
Someone to keep tabs, yeah? In case Scavola gets a deeper grasp.
well,
Someone that can either knock you out of it or put you down.
I mean, you saw Sajar do exactly that.
He shakes his head. Sajar ain't one of us.
So it has to be one of you?
Has to be someone we can trust.
What if it was a seeker captain?
You raise an eyebrow. A seeker captain? I mean, I think that's pretty high on the whitelist.
Right.
Good luck getting that, though. But I'm assuming you're not bringing that up on conjecture alone.
Yeah. Basically, effectively, yes. Captain Blair might be accompanying us, but we still have to talk to the Lord Seeker about it.
You gotta talk to the Lord Seeker?
I'm drastically putting titles out of my head right now because there's so much going on, but yes.
I don't envy you guys. I heard the Lord Seeker is very, very inquisitive.
Oh,
I
goodness.
would imagine it's kind of his job, and he's the top of his position, so.
I mean, yeah, fair. Have you guys got a summons? When's it happening?
We don't know.
No, we have not, and no, we do not. No.
You haven't gotten a summons at all yet.
No, they're very occupied with the Blair thing. Or he might have been observing us this whole time and we just don't know. Just kind of shrugs.
Those shrugs with you.
I mean, would you be
Well,
that
that's
surprised if
ominous.
he's keeping tabs on us already?
No. That being said, I definitely watch my behavior.
Wait for
From
that.
what I heard, the Lord Seeker is definitely the sort of guy that will let you hang yourself. That, or you're already hung, or he actually is busy.
And there's no real way to know until we meet the guy. So,
He thinks if you get a Seeker captain, rank, title, pedigree, whatever you want to call it, the whole commission confirmed, then I think the higher ups would be good with that.